I was traveling alone, returning from a long journey. By the time I reached the hills, night had fallen completely. My phone battery was low and the road ahead was empty. I asked a shopkeeper about a place to stay. He hesitated, then pointed toward an old hotel at the edge of the road. He warned me quietly, "People don't stay there for long." I laughed it off, thinking it was just a rumor. As I stood before the hotel, its lights flickered strangely, and for a moment I felt like the building was watching me. I stepped inside the door, creaking ominously behind me. The interior of the hotel lobby was dimly lit, revealing worn-out furniture that seemed to hold stories of yesteryears. A weary-looking receptionist sat at the old reception desk, glancing up with a puzzled expression, as if I were an unexpected guest. I felt a shiver run down my spine as I noticed the narrow, creaky staircase leading to the upper floors, its peeling wallpaper and shadows lurking in the corners, creating an unsettling atmosphere. Cautiously, I made my way up the staircase to the second floor where a dimly lit corridor stretched before me. The doors were slightly ajar, and eerie whispers echoed through the air, giving me the feeling that something was lurking just beyond the thresholds. I found an old, dusty room, the flickering light bulb hanging from the ceiling barely illuminating the faded wallpaper. An unmade bed sat in the corner, looking like it hadn't been touched in years, and a chill filled the air as I contemplated whether I had made a grave mistake. I hesitated at the threshold, the unsettling atmosphere wrapping around me like a thick fog. The light flickered erratically, casting strange shadows that danced along the walls and played tricks on my mind. Just as I was about to step inside, I caught a glimpse of a shadowy figure standing at the edge of the doorway, partially hidden in darkness. Its presence sent a rush of fear through me, compelling me to question whether I truly wanted to stay in this forsaken place. My heart raced as I stared at the figure, my mind racing with questions. The flickering light illuminated my anxious face, eyes wide with fear and uncertainty as I contemplated what to do next. To my horror, the shadowy figure began to step into the light, revealing an indistinct form that looked almost human, but with an unsettling aura surrounding it. I felt a chill run down my spine, as if the very walls of the hotel were alive with secrets waiting to be revealed. With a trembling hand, I gripped the doorknob, tightly caught between fear and an overwhelming curiosity to confront the unknown. The shadowy figure stood fully visible in the doorway, now its face obscured, yet emanating an ominous presence that seemed to invite me to come closer. My mind raced with thoughts of escape, but something deep inside urged me to take that final step into the darkness. Summoning every ounce of courage, I pushed the door open wider, my heart pounding like a drum in the stillness. The unsettling scene beyond revealed an empty hallway stretching into darkness, where dim lights flickered erratically overhead. Shadows crept along the walls, weaving in and out of sight, further deepening the mystery of this god-forsaken hotel. With each step forward, I peered cautiously into the dark hallway, my face illuminated intermittently by the flickering lights. A mix of dread and curiosity filled me as I took another step, compelled by an unseen force. My gaze fell upon an old, dusty photograph hanging crookedly on the wall, depicting a group of smiling guests from a bygone era. Their cheerful expressions seemed to mock the current gloom, and I couldn't help but wonder what had happened to them. My eyes widened in shock as I noticed strange symbols etched into the walls, each glowing faintly with an otherworldly light, beckoning me closer. A distant shadow loomed at the end of the hallway, partially obscured by darkness, hinting at a figure watching silently. The chilling realization that I was not alone sent shivers down my spine, and I knew that whatever was out there was waiting for me to make my next move. With my heart racing, I took a cautious step towards the glowing symbols, curiosity battling against the rising tide of fear within me. Just then, a sudden gust of wind swept through the hallway, causing the flickering lights to dim even further. The unsettling shadows danced along the walls, heightening the sense of dread as if the very air was alive with ominous intent. Desperate for answers, I reached out to touch one of the glowing symbols, intrigue mingling with fear as I wondered what it might unleash. Suddenly, the floor beneath me began to tremble, slightly cracks forming in the tiles, signaling the awakening of something dark and powerful from below. The atmosphere thickened my instincts, screaming at me to turn back, but an unexplainable force urged me to remain. My eyes widened in terror as the walls around me started to shift, twisting and contorting as if the hotel itself was alive and aware of my presence. From the darkness, a shadowy figure began to materialize, its features obscured, yet unmistakably fixated on me with a haunting gaze that sent a wave of icy dread coursing through my veins. Panic surged through me as my feet felt glued to the ground, struggling to break free from the paralyzing grip of fear that held me captive. Then a sudden flash of light illuminated the hallway, revealing the figure's true form. A ghostly visage with a sorrowful expression reaching out, as if seeking connection. It was then that I realized this was not just a nightmare. It was a call for help from beyond. My expression shifted from fear to empathy as I cautiously stepped forward, drawn by the figure's sorrowful gaze that seemed to beckon me closer, urging me to understand. The air around us shimmered with unspoken emotions, creating a palpable tension as I inched closer, my heart racing with each step taken towards this haunting presence. I ran toward the exit, but the hallway seemed endless. Doors slammed shut behind me. The old man from the desk was standing at the end of the hall, smiling, not moving. I closed my eyes and ran through him. Suddenly, I was outside, gasping for air. Morning had arrived. The hotel behind me looked abandoned, broken, and empty. When I checked my phone, the time showed I had been there for 3 days. I never stayed in a roadside hotel again. As I stood there, my heart racing, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was still being watched. The hotel loomed behind me like a dark memory, its secrets buried deep within. The sun began to rise higher, casting light on the shadows of the past. Every door I had shut felt like a warning. I knew I would carry this burden forever. With each step I took, I felt the weight of those 3 days lift slightly, yet a shiver ran down my spine. The eerie stillness of the hotel echoed in my mind, giving life to the unsettled past. I had escaped, but the experience lingered like a shadow. I knew some warnings are not just stories, they are survival advice.